Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for the Tigers today is Tom Filer, whose record is 5-1 with a 3.98 ERA. And pitching for the Yankees today is Roger Slagle, whose record is 12-5 with a 3.23 ERA. So we suffered another loss to the Brew Crew. It's so demeaning to lose to these terrible teams on the road. Another tight one, 3-2 yesterday, as I think we all knew the game was pretty much over when Rickey Henderson was caught stealing on a 69-mile-an-hour curveball with a catcher with a 79 arm, so below average arm. So it was frustrating to lose that type of a ball game, and it's even tougher now that we're going on the road to Yankee Stadium to face the Yankees. We only have to play the Yankees 6 more times this year, and we need to win. Really, I feel like we need to win all of them, but we need to win, let's say, 4 out of 6. And if you take a look at the standings, you'll see here that we do have a 2.5 game lead over the Yankees. If we were to get swept, then the Yankees would be in first place. The New York Yankees are the first team with 100 stolen bases in the American League. That's because they have Otis Nixon, who leads all of baseball with 49. So he's going to be on the base pass, most likely against our bottom couple of pitchers, the number 4 and number 5 pitchers. So we'll keep an eye out for him. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. Oh, you know what? Let's take a look at the Yankees team page. I almost always forget to do this. They don't have any injuries right now. You see here their top prospects, including Paul Sorrento. And then they have some expiring contracts, including their closer, Kurt Kaufman, their Gold Glove winning center fielder, Lee Mazzilli, Dennis Werth, who's currently their first baseman. I would imagine they'd have to let him go, right? There's no point in re-signing him when you have Don Mattingly in Double-A. Overall, their team batting average is .271. Their team ERA, the best in the American League, with a .341 ERA. And they're 122 runs scored above runs allowed. That's their Pythagorean. So that's kind of amazing. It's better than us even. And you see here their team leaders, including Steve Kemp, who's easily the American League MVP at this point. He has 85 RBI in 81 games played. So kind of amazing. Okay, now we're ready to get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. Let's take a look at our roster. We're coming off a day off, so all of the bullpen is available today. And Tom Filer, excuse me, Tom Filer, only 4 plate appearances against his current Yankees lineup. Okay, let's take a look here at our lineup for today. We have all of our best players in there, and I decided to catch Lance Parrish today. He does not hit righties well, as you can see here, but his arm is stronger than Terry Kennedy, and maybe that will help us with Otis Nixon on the base path. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the official Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third, playing third base is George Brett. Batting cleanup and DHing is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth, playing first base is Eddie Murray. Batting sixth, playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting seventh in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting eighth in right field is Glenn Wilson. And batting ninth and catching today is Lance Parrish. Okay, we'll take a look at Roger Slagle. Awesome pitcher for the Yankees. making his 20th start. He's 12-5 with a 3.23 ERA, 69 Ks in 136 and the third innings pitched. Opponents are batting .217 against him. He's got 3 complete games. No shutouts this year. His fastball tops out at 90 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage is 47.2. The changeup, that's his best pitch. It's rated at 94, followed by a hard curveball rated an 88. His fastball is below average at 75. Overall, he's rated 91. The 29-year-old right-hander just signed a new deal, and so he will not go to free agency until 1986. He is the 1980 American League Rookie of the Year, where he went 16-10, and I think, okay, I thought he'd also won a Gold Glove, but it was an All-Star game from last season where he was 16-8. Speaking of All-Stars, look at this defense. We've got All-Stars at second, short, third, center field, and catcher. So there's 5 All-Stars, 5 Gold Gloves in the field behind Roger Slagle today. Here's Sweet Lou leading off against Roger Slagle. Lou hits a ground ball to second, and Randolph makes the play. So 1 down today. Now we go to Rickey Henderson. Huge slump right now, and he's 1 for 14 against Roger Slagle in his career. A comebacker to Slagle. There's out number 2. That will bring up George Brett. He is 3 for 14 in his time with Detroit. And he pops it up on the infield. So Brett off to a bad start in a Tiger uniform. A quick 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom half of the first. Here is the Yankees lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Willie Randolph. Batting second at shortstop is Ozzie Smith. Batting third and DHing is Otis Nixon. Batting cleanup in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting fifth and catching is Ron Hassey. Batting sixth, playing third base is Joe Lefebvre. Batting seventh at first base is Dennis Werth. Batting eighth in center field is Lee Mazzilli. And batting ninth in right field is Claudell Washington. Okay, let's take a look at Tom Filer. He's making his 15th start of the season, 5-1 with a 3.98 ERA. More walks than strikeouts, that's never a good sign. But opponents are only batting .253 against him this year. His fastball tops out at 90 miles an hour. His ground ball percentage is 47.3. His best pitch is his fastball. It's rated at 82. He's got a slider and a curve, both well below average. Overall, rated only a 77. The 26-year-old right-hander goes to arbitration next year. Been pretty solid for us, considering he probably shouldn't even be in any rotation. Let's take a look at his log. He has faced the Yankees once this year, going 7 innings, giving up 3 runs, 4 walks though, and getting a no decision. He's actually won his last 4 decisions, so better than you might think. But he's the kind of pitcher we always pull in the 5th or the 6th inning. So if we can get that far with him, we know we're coming out ahead. Okay, there's the Tigers defense for today. We have Gold Glovers at first, second, and center field. And I just noticed that Eddie Murray, his defensive rating is down to an 81. So it dropped a tick from his last game. Okay, actually also Gibby has dropped down 1 point in left field. I wonder if that has to do with Yankee Stadium. Here is Willie Randolph leading off against Tom Filer. A ground ball to Murray. And he fields it cleanly, so no difference there in his stellar defense. 1 out. Next up is the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith. Hits a lazy fly ball into center field. Caught by Rickey. 2 down. Next up is Otis Nixon. Strangely enough, he's batting third and DHing. He does have 4 home runs on the season. Try to keep him off the base path as he flies out to right. Wilson making the catch. So another 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the second. No score with Mickey Hatcher leading off. Hatcher, Murray, and Trammell. Hatcher, a line drive to right. Well hit, but within the grasp of Claudell Washington. So 1 down. Our offense, strangely enough, is failing us lately. We just don't seem to be coming up with any clutch hits as Murray strikes out swinging. Murray was the player of the game yesterday only because he had 2 hits. So we had to give it to somebody. There's a base hit for Trammell. He's the only player that I've noticed is doing well. If you take a look at his last 20 games, there's his log, folks. He's batting .296, not including that base hit. He doesn't have a stolen base, though. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, but yeah, he's the only Tiger that's really been hitting lately. You know what? Let's send him. If he hasn't had a stolen base, let's give him a shot here. It's not like Ron Hassey has the best arm. He's only average at 80. So, Trammell will be on the go here with 2 down, and Gibby at the plate. And he's caught stealing. Oh, no. Oh, man. So, we go to the bottom of the second with Steve Kemp leading off. Best hitter in baseball. Who would have thunk it? Take a longer look at him. 88 RBI in 86 games. What is that? 55, 50, 45, 47 extra base hits. Batting .313, so he is crushing it. Batting .343 versus right-handers, popping it up on the infield, just beyond second base. Play is made by Whitaker, 1 down. That will bring up the former MVP, Ron Hassey, having another solid year. Flipping it out to left center field. And Gibby makes the catch. 2 down. Here's Joe Lefebvre, recalled from AAA. And he comes through with a base hit just beyond Trammell. That's the first hit of the game for the Yankees. So Lefebvre on first, not a threat to steal, as Dennis Werth steps in. And he hits another lazy fly ball to center. Henderson making the catch. We go to the top of the third inning. Here is Kirk Gibson. He was at the plate when Trammell was gunned down by Hassey. Gibby strikes out swinging. His average below 250. Just another Tiger struggling. Glenn Wilson up next. He goes to right field. Frozen rope caught by Claudell Washington. 2 down. Here's Lance Parrish. Don't expect much from him today as he strikes out looking. So we go to the bottom of the third. Lee Mazzilli will lead off. It's Mazzilli, Washington, and then back to the top of the lineup with Randolph. Mazzilli, a base hit to right, and the leadoff man is on. So runner on first with Claudell Washington up. I guess we're going to play it straight away here. Claudell Washington won the MVP with the Mets. I don't know what happened there. Just a ground ball to, in front of the home plate, where Parrish had to go to first. So 1 down, runner in scoring position now for Claudell Washington, for Willie Randolph. We're going to pull the outfield in. Randolph, no home runs on the season. Ground ball to Whitaker. Mazzilli will advance. The only play was to go to first. And now we'll leave it up to Ozzie Smith. Not really an RBI guy, so we're going to go ahead and just go after him here. A ground ball to first. Murray makes the play. So we're through 3. Goose eggs for both teams. And Sweet Lou leading off. Lou 7 for 23 in his career versus Slagle. That's pretty good considering how good Slagle's been in his 4 seasons. Luke goes deep though, 413 feet, just a loud out. Next is Rickey Henderson, a base hit to right. Do we want to go for 2? I'm going to say no, but we will send Henderson. We may as well give him the green light. With George Brett up, Brett has just been terrible for us, so maybe getting Henderson over will help. And he's caught stealing. So we're not going to win this game. I think that's pretty clear, as Henderson is caught stealing once again. He's got the second most caught stealing in the American League, second only to Lachelle Tarver of the Boston Red Sox. There's out number 3. So, yeah, we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Whenever we get caught stealing, the first thing I think after my anger subsides is, does that switch the momentum? Is things going to start going in favor of the Yankees? And it clearly is, as Filer walks Nixon, the worst player you could walk. He is on base here ahead of Steve Kemp. Yeah, so unfortunately, that is the way the ball bounces. We're going to pull the infield in with Ron Hassey up. And it's going to get a run in with the fly ball to left center. 1-0 Yankees. You walk the leadoff guy, more often than not, he's going to score. There's a base hit. We'll guard the lines with Dennis Werth up. Fly ball from Dennis Werth to left center. It's pretty deep, almost to the warning track. Okay, so yeah, 2 sub-80 base runners tag up and advance, including Steve Kemp and Lefebvre from first to second. So a base hit will score 2, and that's probably what will happen here. That just doesn't happen for no reason at all. Okay, well, there's another walk. And the result is a ground ball to third. Brett makes the play. So only 1 run, surprisingly, as the Tigers find themselves down as we head to the top of the 5th. Here's Mickey Hatcher leading off. A comebacker to Slagle. All right, we're playing out the string here. As Murray walks. May as well hit and run. Not even good enough to get the runner over. And Gibson hits a ground ball back to the pitcher. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. This is going to be it for Filer. We're just grateful that he got us this close. Ground ball to Brett. Here's Ozzie. Ozzie gets a base hit to right, of course. 5 hits now. No strikeouts for Filer. It's so frustrating to have to run him out. We do have Petrie coming back in, I think, 2 weeks exactly. So Petrie will take over for Tom Filer, for better or worse, I don't know. Ozzie Smith steals second. And then a fly ball will get him over. And Steve Kemp, we got 3 lefties coming up, so we're going to take out Tom Filer here and bring in George Capizzello. Cappy, 34th game, 2-3 on the season with a 2.57 ERA, 25 Ks in 35 innings pitched. Opponents are betting 250 against him, but if we look at his splits, you'll see here, lefties actually hit him pretty well. It's kind of like that reverse split where he gets the righties out much easier. They're betting 219 against him. So, nonetheless, we're going to play the matchup here. Steve Kemp is an RBI machine. Let's see how this goes with Cappy on the mound. Oh, he strikes him out on a high fastball. Good job by Capizzello. keeping the Tigers only 1 run down. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Here is Glenn Wilson leading off. Let's feel the momentum shift here. No, pop it up. So Tigers haven't had a hit since when? The 2nd inning? 1 down. Here's Lance Parrish. So much for having Parrish in there defensively, as the Yankees are 2 for 2 today. Parrish flies out, and Lou gets a base hit into right field. We haven't had a double in, feels like, a week. I can't even remember the last home run we hit. So Whitaker gets a base hit. There's no point in trying to steal. But maybe we should. I mean, what are our options? We're going to lose this game at this point, no matter what. Whitaker, only a 69% chance of being successful. But, I mean, what's going to happen? Rickey going to drive him in? Probably not. So let's give him a shot at it. And he's caught things. So we're 0 for 3 on the day, and they're 2 for 2 in a close game. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Here is Ron Hassey, the guy with a rifle for an arm, despite being only league average. He flies out to center. 1 down. Next up, Joe Lefebvre. A base at the left. And I guess we'll leave George Capizzello in there to face the right-hander. Since he does get righties out, at a pretty decent clip. Oh, okay. There's the wild pitch. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. As Werth hits a fly ball to right center field. That'll get Lefebvre over. Okay, so Lefebvre won't advance from 2nd to 3rd on a 338-foot fly ball, but he will advance on a fly ball when he's on first base. Okay. Here's a 2-1 count to Mazzilli, and that might fall in for a hit. Oh, it will be caught by Glenn Wilson. Oh, this game. Tigers still down 1-0. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. Player of the game, nobody. Top of the 7th, here's Rickey Henderson. He was at the plate when Whitaker was gunned down. Yep. Strikeout number 4 for Slagle. George Brett, absolutely garbage for us. And Hatcher, I mean, all of our hitters are totally getting crushed right now. Okay, Claudell Washington leading off. We're going to keep Cappy in there. He's earned the right to continue. A comebacker to Capizzello. There's 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup with Willie Randolph. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Now facing the left-hander. He's batting .244 versus lefties. Of course he gets a base hit. Why wouldn't he? He's only got 2 great defensive players on the left side of the infield. All right, we're going to pull the outfield in with Ozzie Smith up. Randolph probably be going. Ground ball to 3rd. Round the horn. Yes, there we go. Good play by Brett. At least he's been good for us defensively. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Eddie Murray at the plate. We're only down a run, but it feels like it should be a dozen. Oh, no! Eddie Murray goes deep. There's home run number 15 on the season, and this game is tied at 1. I don't know. I should be excited about that, but I mean, it doesn't feel like it means anything at this point. Now it feels like something as the Tigers go back-to-back dongs. Trammell, is that number 13 on the season? That is number 12 on the season. So, solo shots from Murray and Trammell. Why not go 3? Let's go back-to-back-to-back with Kirk Gibson up. Nobody out. Gibby gets a base hit into the gap in right center field. He's got himself a triple. That is his team leading 4th triple on the season. And the Tigers here have Back-to-back home runs and a triple. Now we need a sac fly. He's been patient all game. Of course. As Wilson strikes out. Gibby stranded there on second. Another opportunity for Parrish to give us a leap. Try to do the sac fly. They're going to pull the infield in. That is the right move. And, of course, another strikeout. So we did what we had to do, but at this point, that third, Gibby's stranded with it. So we take the lead 2-1. And what a great job by Capizzello. We're going to take him out and bring in Dave Rucker. He's in the setup role as a left-hander. He's going to face Nixon, Kemp, and Hassey. If you go right to his log, you'll see that he's actually been pretty good. One of our better relievers. He did have that back-to-back stretch there versus Boston and Toronto where he couldn't get anybody out. But he's been pretty good for the most part since then. And we got to give him a shot. He's our setup guy. His ERA, sub-3. Here's Otis Nixon leading off in the bottom of the 8th inning. Full count. Oh, man. I thought he was going to walk Nixon. Instead, it's going to be a fly out to right. Yeah, the pitch was outside the zone, so we're grateful that he was swinging. Here's Steve Kemp. This is going to be a tough out. Kemp batting .234 versus lefties, and he strikes him out. Good job by Rucker. That's going to bring up Ron Hassey with 2 down. A ground ball to Brett. And he makes the play. We're going to the 9th inning. With a 2-1 lead, Roger Slagle still in there. It's Rickey, Brett, and Hatcher due up. Rickey strikes out on that hard curve. 7 Ks for Roger Slagle. George Brett, 0 for 3. Ground ball to second. Wow, he is horrible. 3 for 18. 1 run scored, 1 RBI, struck out 4 times. A .334 OPS. Why is it when we trade for these superstars that they absolutely tank it for us? I think we're going to have to drop Brett down in the lineup until he gets his act together. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's 2-1. We're going to have Rucker face Joe Lefebvre, and then we'll bring in Weaver. Feel good about our defense here. And Joe Lefebvre at the plate. Wow, he's batting .308 versus lefties. Wow, how is that possible? Oh, he's 4 for 13. So usually he does not, but he's had some success. Let's see how it goes here with Dave Rucker. 1-0 count. Flipping it to left. That should be an easy play for Gibby. Nicely done. 1 out. Rucker coming out of the ball game for Roger Weaver. He's our right-handed closer. We're asking Weaver to finish out the ball game. He's got 17 saves. If you take a look at his splits, it's a reverse split situation. Righties crush him, actually. I don't feel good about that. Overall, not looking good. I mean, he's got 20 Ks in 33 and a third innings. He's never been good with the walk to strikeout ratio. How did this guy even get to be closer? I don't know. But we can't give it to Dave Smith now. Dave Smith has been absolutely the worst reliever on our team. So 1 down. Here is Dennis Werth. He's 0 for 1 in his career against Roger Weaver. Does have a walk, and there's another. So now we're in trouble. Will Werth be going? I don't expect Lee Smith to bunt. We have to be smart and play straight away here. Oh, no. Okay, well, Weaver. Now, Weaver does get lefties out. He walks the first 2 guys. Let's pull the outfield in. This feels like the ball game right here. 3-1 count. He just walked the bases loaded. All right, so he doesn't have it today. I guess we're going to bring in Dave Smith. Why not? There's no point in even looking at his numbers. The numbers mean nothing at this point. Pulling the infield in, bases loaded. Here's Willie Randolph. 1-2 count. Popping it up. Trammell has got to backpedal to make the catch. He does. And it comes down to Ozzie Smith, a player that I admire. But he's not an RBI guy. He does bat .263 versus righties. We're going to pull the outfield in. I don't care if he gets a base hit. I don't care if he hits a grand slam. Just not a wild pitch or a balk or a pass ball. That's all. I mean, just don't insult me. And there's the ball game. Tigers lose 3-2 as Weaver blows the save. And that'll pull the Yankees within a game and a half. Tigers have lost 3 in a row after winning 7 in a row. So frustrating. We were 0 for 3 on the base pass against one of the worst catchers in the American League. And they were successful multiple times. So we're down to 19 games over 500. Let's take a look at the headline news. Oakland beats Cleveland. McNeely hit 2 home runs. That's pretty good for a stolen base guy. And he hit 4 RBI. Tony Phillips had a hit, a walk, a home run. And Mike Davis hit a home run. Okay, what else we got here? Oh, yeah. Well, congratulations for Roger Slagle hanging in there long enough to get the win. Pitched pretty good. I felt like we did all the right things we needed to do in that ball game to win. We pulled out Filer as he was kind of falling apart there, and the bullpen did what they were supposed to do up until Weaver walked the bases loaded. So we don't have a closer right now. That is scary. Let's take a look at the transactions. Nothing to report here other than a couple minor injuries. Mike Norris is going to miss a start for Oakland. And John Stuper is in AAA. Going to miss a start. All right, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Another devastating loss. We've lost 3 games in a row by a run, each of them because of our bullpen. Player of the game, I guess we're going to give it to Trammell. He did have 2 hits. Not being there's always one crucial thing that causes a loss every game, right, that you lose. And this one was not being able to score Gibson from third with no outs. That was the difference maker. That third run might have been all we needed. And Wilson and Parrish both blew it. But Trammell is going to be the player of the game today. He got 2 hits, including the home run that gave us the lead. Filer, we don't have much choice but to run him out there. Great job by Capizzello and Rucker. Tried to do the right thing with Weaver. He walked 3, gave up those 2 runs. Dave Smith gave up the game-winning RBI to Ozzie Smith, the RBI extraordinaire. He had 38 RBIs last year. Oh, no, he had 50 between the 2 teams, which is a career high, actually. It's so embarrassing, this game sometimes. Roger Slagle gets the win. He goes to 13-5. So good job by him hanging in there. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow with Game 2 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.